Hey, hello YouTube, how's it going? Welcome back to Learning with Ray. Today we'll be learning how to navigate the file system using the terminal. We'll be learning the following 9 commands to navigate the file system. Let's start with the pwd command. It stands for print working directory. In Linux, directory stands for folder, and by typing the pwd command on the terminal and hitting enter, you are asking the terminal to show what directory you are on. The terminal will display the current working directory's path. And right now I'm in Ray directory. But now what if I wanted to see what's inside the directory? For that I can use the ls command. It also means a list command. Now we have the following subdirectories in Ray. But now what if I wanted to see the list in a reversed fashion? For that we can use an attribute -r. For certain commands we have some attributes. -r is one of the attributes for list command. Now we're able to see the list in reversed fashion. So far we're only able to see visible files and directories. But we can also see the invisible files by using the -a attribute. If you want to create a hidden file, just add a dot before the name of the file or the directory, and you'd be able to create a hidden file or directory. Now by using the -a attribute for the list command, we are able to view the hidden files as well. Now what if I wanted to view the list in the form of a long list? For that we can use the -l, and now we are able to view the list in the form of a long list. Now let's say I wanted to view the contents of desktop and I don't want to switch to the desktop directory yet. Just to view the contents of the desktop, I can type ls and desktop. So far there's nothing on our desktop, no files or directories, so it's showing up empty. Now before we are done with the list command, I also wanted to say that you can combine the attributes. Let's say I wanted to view the list in the long form and in reverse fashion. To do that, I can type the ls space -lr. Now we are able to view the list, long list, in reverse fashion. Now there's some more attributes you need to remember. If you type ls space /, it'll list all the contents in the home directory. And if you were to type ls space 2 dots, you'd be able to view the contents of the previous directory. Moving on, let's learn about the cd command. cd command stands for change directory. This command allows you to change directories. Now what if I wanted to change to desktop? To do that I can type cd space desktop and hit enter. And now we are in the desktop directory. As I mentioned earlier, desktop directory is empty. Now let's create a directory. To do that we can use the make directory command. Type mkdir and I'm gonna create a directory name dir1. And now we have created a directory name dir1. We can also create multiple directories at once. Simply type mkdir space the names of the directories you want to create. dir2, dir3 and dir4. Now we've created 3 more directories, dir2, dir3 and dir4. Using this command, you can also create subdirectories by specifying the path. Now let's try creating directory 5 under directory 4. To do that, we can simply type mkdir, mention the path dir4 and then the name of the file. Now we're opening directory 4, and as you can see, we've created a subdirectory 5, directory 5 in the directory 4. We learned how to create directories, but what if we wanted to create text files? Well, there's a command for that too. It's the touch command. The touch command is the easiest way to create new empty files. If you want to create an empty file, keep in mind touch command is used to create an empty file, not a directory. Then you just type touch and the name of the file you want to create. I'm gonna create a file named file1. touch file1 and hit enter. And now we've created an empty text file named file1. We can also create multiple empty files at once. Simply type touch and the names of the files you want to create. File2 space file3 file4 and hit enter. And now we've created file2, file3 and file4. By now you must have noticed that to create multiple files, you give spaces in the commands. But what if you wanted to add spaces in the file name? If I were to type mkdir space my space work, this will only result in two directories, name my and work. But what if I wanted to create a single directory named my work with a space in between? To do that, you should encase the name of the directory in inverted commas. mkdir space inverted comma my work and then hit enter. And now we are able to create a directory named my work with a space in between. Simply use inverted commas or double quotes. You can also use the single quotes as well. Single quote mkdir my space folder single quote, hit enter again. And now as you can see, my folder directory. Alternatively, you can also use the double quotes and single quotes to encase the space with it. I'm just gonna show you how to do that. Type mkdir my and I'm gonna highlight this space double quote again work and I'm hit enter. And now I've created the directory my work. I'm gonna try it again. mkdir space my single quote space single quote work and hit enter. Wait, the file already yeah, as you can see, we've recreated the folder my work. Similarly, you can also use this method to add spaces in the name of file name. Let's try creating a file name file space 1 touch space double quotes file space 1 double quotes enter. And now we've created a file name file space 1. Now what if I wanted to add special characters in the names of the files or the directories? Let's try creating a directory with an symbol and in its name. It simply won't work. But to make sure that it works, we have to add a backward slash and. Now we're able to create a folder with a special character and the name and. Simply add a backward slash before the special character to add special characters in the directory or file name. Let's try creating a file with the special character $sign in it. Backward slash dollar and hit enter. And now we've created a empty text file with the special character dollar at the front and the name dollar. Now that we've learned how to create directories and files, let's get to learning how to delete directories and files. Let's start with the rmdir command. It's known as the remove directory command. With the rmdir command, you'll be able to remove empty directories only. Right now we have 3 empty directories, dir1, dir2, dir3. Now let's try removing the directory 1, rmdir space dir1. dir1 is an empty directory and now hit enter and now it's gone. Directory 1 is gone. You can also try deleting multiple directories at once. rmdir space dir2, dir3 and hit enter. dir2 and dir3 are gone. Now dir4 has a subdirectory dir5. Now if we were to try deleting it with rmdir command, rmdir space dir4. it won't work because directory 4 isn't empty. There's a way to get rid of not so empty directories. We can do that by using the rm command. With rm command, remove files command, you'll be able to remove both files and directories. First, let's try deleting the therefore. To do that, if you were to type rm space therefore, even now it won't work since therefore is a directory. To remove it, we have to use the capital R attribute rm-r, and now therefore. Capital R stands for recursive, and now with the dash r attribute we are able to delete the therefore even though it isn't empty. We can remove multiple files at once as well. rm file 1, file 2, file 3, file 4, and now all the 4 files are gone. So far we learned how to navigate, create and delete files. Now let's get to the part where we can copy and move files. Now we are going to learn the cp command, copy command. This command helps you copy files. To begin with, let's create a file named file1. Touch file1. Now we have a file named file1. It's empty. Let's type something random things. Now it isn't an empty file. Now let's try copying the file1. To do that, you need to simply type cp, the name of the file you want to copy, file1, and the name you want to give to the copy of the file, file2, and hit enter. Now we created a file2, and as you can see, like it's the copy of the file1. You can also copy directories. Let's create a directory named dir1. dir1 is an empty file. Now to copy this empty file, you can type cp dir1 and the name you want to give to the copy, dir2. We won't be able to do that without the dash r attribute, small r. So to do that, cp space dash r dir1 dir2. And now we are able to copy directories. You can also copy directories with files in it. Let's try creating touch dir2 file 3. Now in directory 2, we've created a file named file 3. Now let's try copying it. cp dir2. Let's copy it as a folder name file. Now we have a directory name file with a file name file3 in it. Now let's learn about the move command. With the move command, you'll be able to move files, and you also use the move command to rename files. First, let's try renaming a file. We have a file name file1. Now let's try renaming it. To do that, we should type mv, mention the name of the file, file1, and now the name you want to rename it to. Let's rename it to file4. And now file1 is renamed as file4. But what if I want to move this file instead of renaming it? To do that, type the name of the file you want to move, mv file4, and now mention the destination. dir1 is an empty directory. Let's try moving file4 to dir1. Name of the file and direction. Hit enter. Now we are able to move the file to dir1. You can also use this command to move existing directories into existing directories. Let's try moving dir1 into dir2. To do that, simply type mv, the name of the directory you want to move, dir1, and the destination, dir2. And now directory 1 is a part of dir2. You can also move multiple directories or files at once. To do that, simply mention the names of the files or directories you want to move. Move file, that's a directory, file2, that's the file, into let's try moving the directory my as well. My and work into the directory my work. Now all of these files and directories have been moved into the directory my work. So far we've learned how to create files, delete files, move files and rename files. We're able to navigate the file system. But there's one last command we need to learn, the 10th command. It's called as the file command. The file command will print a brief description of the file's content and it will reveal the file type. Earlier, I have mentioned that in Linux automatically detects the file type despite the assigned file extension. Even if I were to create a text file named touch text file .pdf and hit enter, there's going to be a text file.pdf, but when you open it, Linux automatically detects that it's a text file. But what if you want to know it for yourself? To do that, you can use the file command. Simply type file and then txt_file.pdf, and the file command will give you a description. It will reveal the file type and provides the description of the file's content. Let's try it for the file my work. Now my work file, the file command lets you know that my work is a directory. Now we've covered the basics of terminal commands. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please like and subscribe to my channel and we'll learn together. I'm trying to improve the quality with each upload and I'd appreciate your support. Please feel free to comment and express your feedback. Have a nice day.